Sometimes you've got to do the moves that people are just not brave enough to take, right? The moves that others fear to tread. All I'm doing is giving myself much pain. I'm gonna go throw one of these on top of it. As much of it pains me to do it. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel. Again, with another deck for you today. This one is a crazy thing that literally was just too funny not to make. Meme tier all the way. Let's go with A Sol and TwinPeaks. Today's deck is called TwinPeaks, and it actually is because of a viewer suggestion in the YouTube. In one of the comments, somebody said to me, I'll have the comment posted up here, but they said that you should try A Sol with Taliyah, making copies of TwinPeaks, of Targon's Peak with Taliyah. It's fun, plus it's like a good way of being able to get Aurelion Soul out by sacrificing the mana gems, basically like using Rite of Calling. So that's the lovely comment by Gig. Literally, I read that comment, I was like, I need to do something about this. So this is the deck that I made, TwinPeaks, where obviously our whole idea is trying to get multiple, Targon's Peaks on the board with Taliyah. It's a very stupid idea. It's a very stupid concept. If you want to know the crazy thing, it actually managed to beat Thresh, and it actually managed to beat Thresh Nasus multiple times, as you will see in the video, because even though it's a top tier deck, I will admit that luck probably played more of a part in it than anything else, but it was definitely a really funny deck, and surprising how good this can do if you get the right draws, right? So let's just quickly go through everything. So as they say, Rite of Calling, 0 mana, and actually can give you Taliyah or A Sol. So obviously if you've got Targon's Peak, you're kind of looking for A Sol if he's not already in the hand. If he's already in the hand, you kind of want Taliyah, because then she can immediately make another copy of Targon's Peak on the field. So the idea is to make multiple Targon's Peaks and hope that your hand has got the glorious stuff like Skies Descend, basically an immediate boom, everything on your opponent's side of the board dead. Infinite Mind Splitter, stunning things up, so any lead problems or any kind of like stopping Thresh from being able to go forward to grab Nasus out of the deck, which is very important. We've got a couple of Eclipse Dragons, which either you can use the Eclipse Dragons on their Sun thing to be able to make, say, the Infinite Mind Splitter or A Sol cost less, or on their day, or on their Nightfall, which just means that they're giving you more Celestial cards, which could potentially be very useful to you, slash more dragons, right? Because it creates random dragon, and that's so a lot of the dragons are nice to be able to get, and if you get them for 0 cost off of Targon's Peak, then you're laughing. All the Celestial stuff that you basically get off of this, or the cards that you can get off of this, are amazing. The ability to get Living Legends and then it hitting 0, you being able to play out all your mana and then play it so it refills your mana so playing it for 0 and then being able to play a bunch of other stuff is just ridiculous. We've got like a little bit of lifesteal going in and a little bit of pre-game, as well as this is helping us just to predict into the cards that we wanted. Because we're running because this is a Targon's Peak deck, but we're also running Tally, I didn't want to put too many landmarks in. So people are going to say to me, well, Gomez, you got a little bit of predict out of the Chronomancer, you're running Taliyah, why are you not running the Hourglass? The reason for that is because we want to make sure that our diverted path is always going to be hitting Targon's Peak. If we don't have a Targon's Peak in this hand, like that is, the whole deck revolves around it. So if we don't have this, we're done. So that's the reason why we want to make sure that's the only landmark in this deck. We do have a couple of these which help like make a couple more landmarks that are going to help with the Tally level up. You could also technically throw in a Rock Hopper or 2 into this deck, which again is just going to help you build more landmarks, which is going to help you if you want to level Tally. But in all honesty, it's all about A Sol and the Celestials is what this is about. But with Taliyah being able to make more Targon's Peaks, it's mean that more things have been discounted. Now admittedly, that's more things being discounted for your opponents, so you need to be careful about that fact. But if you're going for huge value swings like that, like the ability to get more of them is what makes this really funny, and that's what makes this so it's a meme tier deck, because it's always randomized and you don't know what you're going to get in terms of what Targon peak is going to hit on your side and what it's going to hit on your opponent's side. But the gloriousness and funniness of the idea of this deck was too much for me not to do. So I hope that you enjoyed this deck, and I hope that it lives up to what you wanted, Gig. This is the TwinPeaks deck. Bear in mind that obviously, as I said, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all the games you're going to be seeing were actually streamed live. So if you want to catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, please feel free to come by. Say hello in the chat and whatnot. I do love when people come by. As well as there's a Discord link down below. If you want to join the Discord, there is a monthly games night and movie night in there. And just the lovely community of deck builders and things that are getting built there. It's so nice, like just the, building a lovely community. And the chat, this channel has been doing so well because of all of you, like all the views, all the comments, all the likes. That's all you. I'm just a crazy mustachio curly head man who's putting random stuff together, but I'm glad to know that it's entertaining you and that we are building a community around us, because that's the most heartwarming thing to me. There is the link to the merchandise down below if you want to check that out as well, but do not feel forced. If you just want to have a look at it and let me know what you think, because I do love getting your opinions back on it. So not even to purchase, just to have a look and let me know what you think, because that's a couple of ideas that I had floating around in my head. That's what's down there. And just thank you so much. I've got an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers on YouTube and Twitch. And I said YouTube is doing really well. That's all because of you. So let's hopefully get that goal together by the end of the year. But thank you so much. Anyway, without further ado, enough of the soppy stuff. Let's see how this deck did in a couple of matchups. So, I've got everything I need right here. I mean, there's a slight chance that they're running the... You know, I'm going to keep his hand. I think there's a slight chance that they're running the Demacian landmark, and so I'd rather, for some weird reason, keep this in my hand. But we all know... We all know what the plan is here. And if you're wondering why Taliyah's in this deck, the whole deck is called TwinPeaks. So if that doesn't explain what's going on here, I don't know what will. So the plan is to try and get multiple peaks on the board. I'm not gonna lie, it's not been a great start. We're taking damage, but it's okay. I can take a little bit of damage. I can roll with the punches, as they say. So Chronomancer at least saves me. If we get Taliyah, then we can play that, and then we can immediately discount. Or do we want to go with the Eclipse Dragon? Oh, or heals. Heals are most likely going to be what I'm going to need in this matchup. So I will take heals in this matchup. I feel it is important. Do we go for... Actually, no, I don't want to give them any other like prompts on top of Lucian right now. Because obviously I could just immediately go forward. They'd most likely sacrifice one of their bark beasts. The other one, it would become a 3/3. Or do I maybe we go forward now, because whatever they've just got, they've got an ephemeral, so they can always place it in front of these two attacking. Yep, so they're not going to do anything, because what they just got was an ephemeral, which means that it's going to activate these two. We are, but admittedly, I've not got the best hand. In all honesty, I've not got the best hand for this, but still, it's okay. Do not fret. Ooh. I can either go draw or the ability to stun. I'm going to take stun. I feel that if I can just like keep somebody like Hecarim back in his place for a little bit, it might allow me to get things up. Obviously, Targon's peak is going to work for my opponent as well as it's going to work for me. So, I mean, we hush Lucian. That's a done deal, right? We hush Lucian, because that just means that, boom, we can send him to the Shadow Realm. Admittedly, yep, Senna's gonna go crazy, but Senna can go crazy. It's fine. As long as I keep... I mean, obviously, we've got significant problems. Significant problems for a man who's just going to throw a Targon's peak out. We are most likely going to be sent to the Shadow Realm. We're doing stupid things. So let's see how we do. I'm thinking to myself, right, so next turn if they play Hecarim, I can get a stun out. I need to hope that we hit one of these two. A Sol would be better. I mean, I guess actually they've got quite a bit of a board. I wouldn't actually mind the Sky's Descent if I'm going to be honest. The Sky's Descent would be quite nice in this situation, but potentially they might hit Hecarim. It's all good. It's all good. TwinPeaks, it's a very mysterious, uncanny deck that's really hard to follow. Yes, it all makes sense. It all goes together. But okay, of course it would hit the Crescent Strike. If we see Hecarim join, at least we can stun both of them. So they got you for 0. and they're going to be hooking you. I feel right. We throw down the June Keeper, and we actually could. Why did I divert past this? I mean, we diverted past it in a little bit. I want to see, because they've played you for 0, so I expect to see potential Hecarim play, because that would still be quite good for them. We go a little bit wide on the board here. Ah, single combat, I see. Right, they're still in the point where Hecarim could drop. That's where my problems lie. So I'm gonna go for destroying their landmark. It might lull them into a false sense of security. It probably won't, but it might lull them into a false sense of security that I'm willing to wait for. Because if they play Hecarim, it's kind of done. Okay, Sand Soldier, perform your duties! Protect me! Okay. I'd rather go for the risk of that, because if they had Hecarim, then that would be... They'd go so wide on the board that it'd be very little I can do about it. So I honestly do not mind that. We go down to 6. We've got... Ah! We have got this! Okay, we throw this forward. Because what we're going to do here is... return to us, only to be sent to the graveyard! Send all of his monsters to the graveyard! So Lucian goes back. Lucian goes back as we get Disguised Descent for 0. Obviously, I've got no idea what the hell I've made cost 0 on my opponent's side of the field, but I'm willing to take just destroying all of their stuff right now. Potentially... I mean, to be fair, you still live! You still live! And oh, that was the reason! It was just for the Lucian level up. I mean, well played. Well played. Letting his wife die. Letting his wife die purely for that level up. Okay. So they are doing that purely for defense. Because slowly but shit, like, whatever. I mean, yes! Yes! Okay. I mean, we immediately stun. We can throw down. So I've got heals. God damn it, stop trying to find things! I don't know what... I still don't know what the 0 cost card is. The 0 cost is gonna be Hecarim, isn't it? We let that go down. We play the Eclipse Dragon, which allows us to yet again still play A Sol. Actually, correction, that's on Nightfall now, because we just played... Because I think that A Sol would go up 2 in cost. The reason why A Sol will go up 2 in cost is because he's gone down to 0, but then playing this, we're not getting the -2 anymore, so he will go up, but we can still technically play both of them. That's what my point is. So he's going to go up to costing 2, but we can still play him. It's very important that you catch that as being a thing, but I wanted to get more things on this field of play. It was more important to me to get more things on the field. I take Living Legends. I would take Living Legends. We've got the exact level. It's all worked out perfectly against this deck. I mean, that's GG. You're against A Sol. He's leveled up. We've got a Living Legends in hand. You know it's done. You know it's done. What are you going to hit? Out of curiosity, what does the Targon's Peak hit here? Okay, right, we'll break it one things we already had. Okay, I guess the immediate thing is, boom, take both of these off the field of play. Just remove them both, please, for 0. Oh, the fact that we can even play this right now, like, this is, we can even play this if we want to, obviously. Yeah, Shadow Mode to my opponent. They got us down to 6, but you can't beat the Targon's Peak. Okay, so... We can make their atrocity cost 0, it's fine. Top tier deck. Top tier meta deck. We can draw one of our champions here. I might end up... Well, I want to keep the predict, because we might be able to predict our way into Targon's Peak, or something that can draw Targon's Peak. Go for the predict... Ah, there you are! There! It always comes when needed. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to throw down the witch at you, or do we wait? I'm just going to throw you down. I'm going to throw you down just because that is 4 damage on my opponent if they don't put something down. Because obviously they might throw down their Cursed Keeper or their Fading Icon. And either way, yeah, Fading Icon, that's fine. I will live with that as we just go forward to Sand Soldier. Because technically that's just this dying. It's not counting as a slay mechanic for Nasus. I can live with that as well as the fact that that's now not something that they've got on the board. Raid coming in from Jankie! Okay, we are against one of the top tier meta decks. And we're playing a silly deck. You know that we've got everything on our side. I mean, do we get another time? I mean, I feel like what we need to be doing is trying to find bigger stuff right now. Now that we've got that. I feel that we need to try and find bigger stuff. So I'm just going to throw that back as a skip and hope that we get like Aurelion Sol or something else big. They're doing all their bollocks. Let them do it. So can get rid of you.
Keep your distance.
I think, like, do we get rid of... I guess we get rid of the fade icon as well. I won't accept doing this. I know that we've still got 4 damage and that's helping towards Nasus. But I've got nothing else really going for me, so I'll accept it. Okay, at least that's draw. If nothing else, that's draw and it's still kind of helping, Taliyah. That's heals. Heals could become very significant. If only you could kill landmarks. Right of calling, you should totally be able to kill landmarks. My opponent also, they could have developed there and actually did really, done really well. So we've got a Aurelion Sol in hand. Looks like I'm throwing down the Targon's beak. Looks like we're going all in on stupidity. Let's do this. If I've learned one thing, it's that going all in on stupidity is always the way to go. Okay, right, so out of this whole hand, you decide to give me this. So, TwinPeaks! TwinPeaks! Right, we could, actually there's no point in using Riot calling, we've got all the champions beating. Oh, we can actually hush Nasus as well, which is quite nice. Right, what do we want to take here? I've not got another Celestial in hand, though we could take this for the future of like when we play Aurelion Sol, we get that, or do we just want to throw down a Great Beyond? Because the thing is, this is not useful until we get either this. Sorry, I'll take the unit. I'll take the unit, please. We might end up regretting the decisions, but I make up today. But these are the decisions I will make. Just die, Nasus. Just die. Just die. Don't tell me I've given you a zero-cost vengeance. Don't give me the zero-cost vengeance. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Get yourself some draw. I mean, admittedly, the more you draw, the more things become zero. Oh, I might end up regretting this, but it's okay. We're 1 Nasus down, and that means that we're in an okay spot, but not really. Aurelion Sol! I mean, and a zero-cost thing that already costs 0. Excellent. But Aurelion Sol costing 0 is very good. We can throw you down, and then we can throw down the Eclipse Dragon. Exalt the price of ambition! As we throw down you. Potentially, what we want to do... Do we want to take this? It would remove you, but I feel like Living Legends is the straight up, we take Living Legends. Oh, if we could hit you. If we could hit you at the right time. Okay, Nasus entering the field of play. Me, admittedly, I'm giving myself more cards here. So, admittedly, maybe playing you was a mistake. Any last words? I mean, okay. I was going to say, you do realise he dies, right? You do realise, I mean, other than grabbing Taliyah, he dies. Let's want to make a big boy Nasus, I can accept. So, just pass. I've got very little else I can do. It's all on the peaks. It's all on the peaks. Give me this. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Rite of Negation. Rite of Negation is a thing. We hit the other I mean, we've got 3 peaks. Potentially 4 peaks. Sometimes you've got to do the moves that people are just not brave enough to take, right? The moves that others fear to tread. All I'm doing is giving myself much pain. I'm gonna go throw one of these on top of it. As much of it pains me to do it, we're gonna throw Trickster on top of one of these because I still need to have something which can trade. That is absolutely fine. So we'll throw down you on top of this, so we've at least got some elusive play. It means that I'm also getting a card out of my hand. I will try to remove you from the field of battle, and I guess we could go forward with that, but then they just killed Nasus, so we leave it. 1 Thresh down! We're just closer. Closer and closer. Ow! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can live. I assume they immediately go forward, because the smartest move here would be to immediately go forward, in all honesty. So they're getting themselves a little bit more draw. Okay, so that they immediately go forward, because it is the smartest move. Everything wants to hit here. Like, all 3 of them hit here. That's fine. It's not what I need. Play something. Play something on the field. Play something, Timmy. Hey, right. Thank you. Thank Thank you. You will now regret these decisions. Right of negation. I've got one of those. So play me out, Jimmy. They should have just gone forward. Okay. They could have leveled Nasus. All they had to do was go forward. They got a little bit too Billy Big Bollocks. We don't know every other card that's in that hand right now, but I'm okay. So, right of negation. Ah! I also have a right of negation. The one thing I don't have is another right of negation. If you can right of negation, it's right of negation. But I will accept. I will accept the hope that you don't have another right of negation in this hand right now. Please. Have mercy on me. Think of my children. You don't have any children. I know, but someday I might. Boom! Attack all of his opponents, all of his units' life points directly. That's one Nasus down. Oh, top tier meta deck. Where's your atrocity now? Round 2. This time we're gonna get beaten the shit out of. We do actually have the ability to... I'm going to keep one of my Infinite Mind Splitters. I've got the ability to draw my Targon's Peak. We've got a little bit of early game in Mountain, which is Mountain Goat and the Fangs. Not 100% as good as I did last time, but I feel somewhat okay. I believe. So Mountain Goat comes out. I just want to have something on the field so I can just, like, you know, feel good.
The Emperor commands.
The Emperor commands. I throw the goat. I don't mind trading. I mean, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I don't mind trading with a Junkeeper here. It does mean that obviously they then can play more things, but I don't mind trading with that. Because I believe they're expecting me to maybe go into the Sand Soldier to keep this for a future trade, but I'll leave it. Might end up regretting that decision. We've got Diverted Path. We're not going to be playing it. Oh, we get Targon's Peak already, so I guess I play you so that I'm at least making things vulnerable. Aurelion Sol! That's what we're talking about. So, we need to get that gem out of my hand. The Fangs, and then put a little gem on it. They can immediately go forward and do 3 damage to me. But I feel like they want to do a lot more than that to me. I hope that I get something cheap off of the Fangs. Okay, yep, so they're going big. The Fangs dies to one of these, but I will accept... Potential stun mechanic. Actually, no. We want something that we can play because we want to be getting everything out of my hand as quickly as possible, so that like we've got more chance of hitting the things that we want to hit. It's okay. I can take this damage. This damage ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So next turn, we're throwing out Targon's Peak. I could throw a gem out this turn. Sod it. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I'm... But the whole man next turn's going into Targon's Peak. That is what it's all about. To say that my health was looking good would be like a damn lie. But we go. You know for a fact, out of all of these things in the hand, it's going to hit this spell. I can wait. Potentially Vile Feast or something just to kill this. Okay. Hit Aurelion Sol. Okay. Ooh, actually that's good because we can stop old Hooky Man. The thing of it is that no matter what, Spirit Fire is going to be removing like a lot of them like in a future turn. I just really want to get a dragon on the field of play because this stat line demands respect, as well as the fact that we can trade quite nicely with a number of things, and that's why I wanted to get that out. We could have played the Fangs first and then gone in, but I don't know, I really wanted to keep that stat just in case I needed it. Doggo for more draw. It's an instant play card. I might end up regretting giving myself more draw when I've got an Aurelion Sol I kind of want to hit in my hand, but it's okay. The comedy is that this would basically level Thresh by killing everything on his side of the board. I'm just gonna strap trying to level him in one turn. We throw a Doggo out. The more defense we get, the bigger. Okay, so another dragon, so potentially the ability to stop Nasus would be quite nice as well. Like if we do see a Nasus play, every little thing is gonna be all right. As long as I can keep... I need my heals. My heals, because the atrocity moves. The atrocity moves are coming for me. So, we at least get a little bit of life steal off of that. That's fine. So they're going to level him, but he's going to continuously be stunned until they kill this. Because they could kill this, right? Quite easily. Okay, so what I want to do here is... I need to remove this stat line. Willing to remove that. And I guess we remove you down the line. Or do we want to let you do that and let you do this? Feels somewhat slightly better. We go down to 11. It's okay. So they're basically gonna be leveling that, but it's okay. All I need is hope. All I need is hope. So they get the level up, but it's okay. It's okay, don't worry about this. I'm not going to worry about it. Not going to worry about it. It's absolutely fine. That's exactly what I expect to happen. Come to me, Targon's Peak, work with me here. Because if we hit the Aurelion Soul, Eclipse Dragon into that would be very nice. So they're trying to find their Nasus and Atrocity moves. That's what they're looking for here. They're looking for Nasus Atrocity. I need some Healy moves, but before that, I need Aurelion Soul on the board. Okay. We hit the Eclipse Dragon. Potentially TwinPeaks! Potentially TwinPeaks! If we see Nasus, then Infinite Mind Splitter. But obviously, like, you know, yeah, so do we just go TwinPeaks? It might end up being very silly. A very silly play, but that's what the whole deck is about. Or do we want to go with this? I feel like we go with the Mind Splitter. Because if they kill this Mind Splitter, you're the backup Mind Splitter. That's what I'm going to tell myself. So, we're firstly going to go forward in attack. We're going forward into an attack. Just because then, if they've got moves, then they're going to play them now. I can live with those kind of things. And then if they go for killing you, boom, we go for another stun. So that he can't just immediately go for it. So yeah, it says, it looks like so they're doing damage in. That's fine, that's fine. That's okay. They're still going to be stunned at the beginning of that turn at the moment. I'm feeling like I leave it. It's such a gamble. It's such a Okay, now we play again. That's the reason. That's the reason we didn't play Taliyah, because we wanted to make sure he was still going to be stunned next turn. I guess we stunned the spider. It's not who I want to stun, but I will stun the spider because I got nothing else. Again! Top tier meta deck! Top tier meta deck. Shen emote to my opponent. We're just keeping it back. Keeping that fresh back, and there's nothing they can do about it slowly. Aurelion Soul comes to me! So we're against an Aurelion Soul with fresh. I will remove one of these Targon's Peaks. I got rid of you. I got rid of you. Okay.
See what we see.
Potential turn 1 4 damage. Turn 1 4 damage. You love to see it when it happens. Okay. It's 4 damage directly into my opponent's core. We are now into the hope that we build a board game. I could throw you down at least so that I have cover. The desert by my side. They immediately pass because they don't want to. That stopped them from attacking for a turn. I will take that. Chronomancer, just to have more things on the board. I could have thrown down this, but I can wait until like the next couple of turns or whatnot. So this could also mean that we might draw Aurelion Soul. I'm willing to accept. I'm willing to accept the Rite of Calling to potentially draw Aurelion Soul. It could be important to me. I have problems which need of solutions. But it's okay. It's okay. We've got all the peaks. Yet again, I've got the peaks. I just need to draw the things. Rite of Calling at least means that I can potentially get Aurelion Soul. Okay, I shall sacrifice this little man. The June Keeper knew the risks. Throw you out. Okay, on the plus side, we have all the Targon's Peaks we'll ever need. I think it's like, do I want to do this now, or I'm gonna wait? I'm gonna wait till next turn. You never know what next turn's gonna bring, so I'd rather wait. I probably shouldn't, because potentially Thresh could join them, and then that means that actually counts as a plus to them, but okay. So, Spirit Fire, at least Spirit Fire actually like removes everything from their side of the board. Obviously, we want to be doing damage into their Abomination, but at least gives me that. We've got to go with the Rite of Calling, because the Rite of Calling, I've got to go with the Rite of Calling, because the Rite of Calling allows me to actually wait, before we do that, let's go with Azir's Command. You can grab here and you can grab here. It's less things for them to kill for Thresh, because then that just means they're onto the Abomination, which means that... Okay, let's see where they're going here. Potential draw. Yeah, they go for a glimpse. That's fine. That is fine. So I just want to get a bit of draw going for them. We've got Spirit Fire, which then at least does a significant amount of damage to their side of the field, like at the moment. So that's okay. We now throw this out. You know for a fact this is hitting another Targon's Peak. Then when we throw the other Targon's Peak out, both the Targon's Peaks hit the other Targon's Peak. I just want to state, that is what's going to happen here today. That is what will happen here today. I know it's going to happen. Okay, we immediately kill this guy. It's okay, don't worry. Do not fret. So they're okay. So they're hoping to get an Aurelion Soul in their hand. So I just need to hope. If their one gets hit, if that ends up being Aurelion Soul and you hit that one and you don't hit my one, if you end up hitting their champion and not mine, okay. So we immediately go whoop, and at least go with this, because then that means that's a straight up trade. So we still take damage, but nowhere near as much damage as we were gonna take. And also, they all die at the end of the turn. Immediately, they could play Thresh right now, and that's going to be very significant towards his level up. Okay, we have the peaks. We have the peaks. We have the technology. I mean, that is near enough. That is near enough a perfect level up for him. Like, it's not, but it's like near enough perfect level. I mean, okay, it's now a perfect level. Actually, no, correction, because that was something who was going to die anyway. Basically, he's already leveled up from this fact. It's okay. That's a lot of souls for your jar there, Thresh. There is one Aurelion Soul in that hand. There is 2 peaks, and of course, they hit both the other peaks. Because why wouldn't they? Because why wouldn't they hit the other peaks at this moment in time? Out of everything else in that hand, 3 cards, and they hit both peaks and not one Aurelion Soul. The devastation of that point. But I've got 4 peaks now. It's not good. It's all it takes. All it takes is a little bit. That's the soul, so they're gonna be dragging their Aurelion Soul out. We're going throwing a little bit of heals in. I will take you. We've got 4 peaks, and every single one of them is gonna hit the Great Beyond. Every single one of them is gonna hit this, and Aurelion Soul's still gonna be unplayable. I want that to be known. I assume that is what's gonna happen here. Admittedly, my opponent is using this to their advantage. But for comedy, I mean, we could still go forward. She is going to be doing 3 lots of damage. Now, admittedly, like, if they throw Thresh in the way, he still would die. So, yeah, if they throw the spider in the way, that's fine. At least it's still removing something from their side of the ball. I mean, if they do that, he dies. Go on, no, do it! Do it! I dare you! Do it! Coward. Coward! So yeah, no, I mean, if they would have done it, that would have been really funny, because we could have got rid of their Thresh there without them realizing. But sad times, okay, at least we've hit him, and we've got a stun. But obviously, we know that Aurelion Soul doesn't need to hit. He doesn't need to hit to be a damage to be like, you know, significant problems. So Aurelion Soul comes out. Hello, Aurelion Soul. I mean, they've basically got the level up right here and now for Aurelion Soul. It's not good. I needed him sooner. Potentially, we go massively elusive. All I can do is just go massively elusive in on my opponent. Because it's all I've got. I probably still lose. But all I have right now is this. Don't take it away from me! You, which allows me to at least stun, I guess. Okay, so then we throw down you, and then we can put a little bonus onto you. Oh no! Okay, if they've got atrocity, it's really not looking good. And it was 0 cost. Shout them out to my opponent. Oh, we're against the big boys. The big boys are back in town. The doodly-doo. I mean, guess who just got back today? Them old boys who have been away. I'm gonna regret keeping this, but it's gonna be that one time where Targon's peak hits it, and I'm gonna be like, yes! Okay, I can take that down. I mean, because it doesn't matter. If I play Junekeeper, it doesn't matter here, because I can't block that anyway, so I'd rather just keep the mana back. We could throw you out and then Rite of Calling on top of the little man. I can accept that.
The Emperor
gives me potential chance for a Taliyah or another Aurelion Soul. So straight up, just go, well, kill ally for Kill ally for more. Yes, please. I'll take it. I'm willing to take your 2 damage. We could go with grabbing Peak right now. I could actually straight up hush one of them and kill, but it's really not worth it. So I shall draw my landmark. I shall draw my last pathetic landmark. We've got the ability to talent. I mean, this is looking at boom and then Taliyah making 2 copies. It's not looking at we're not looking at our worst. Okay, potentially this. Oh, you might be quite good, but I'm thinking about the matchup. Also, I feel like if we just use this on you, because their deck is mostly about slaying. Because I just want a card I can immediately use. They do that, and then we just like, you know, we then go whoop on top of you. So at least boom, you're no longer a problem. And then the peak, and then the peak hits. That's fine. So the guy who are killing you, it was mostly about getting that card out of my hand. Obviously, they're getting closer and closer to their stuff. It's fine. We've got Aurelion Sol. We've got the Sky's Descent. I mean, we've got all the big boys. It's just getting there to use them. So do we just go forward here?
Azir's command.
Go get him, Azir's command. Ah! We pipped them for 2 damage. There's nowhere to hide. I don't want to hide. I've got peak action. Who needs to hide when you've got peak action? So they straight up take you. That's fine. We've got the ability to make more copies. Hit one of the Aurelion Sols. We've got 2 Aurelion Sols in hand. Why wouldn't you hit one of them? Of course. I could have thrown Billy out. 2 peaks. 2 peaks, 2 Aurelion Sols. Just need to hit one of them. It's all about the waiting game now. I can wait. It's a shame because obviously we don't get the lifesteal. But it's okay. Sometimes we don't need lifesteal where we're going. We've hit one Aurelion Sol. You can grab her. That's fine. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so what we want to do here is we'll take it. Now, we want to throw you down on Sun because we don't want to fill our hand with more things because we kind of want to keep this option open. Or do we? Actually, you know what? Sod it. I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna go rogue on the strategy. They're going to get Thresh in hand. That's okay. So not Thresh, Nasus potentially in hand. Throw you down. Throw you down on top of one of these. Whoo! Invisible Dragon! We lose Billy. That's absolutely fine. I will accept this. How close are they to getting this level up? That's fine. Let's play you and let's see what we're gonna predict. I guess we take the star shaping. The star shaping will be massively necessary. And now we get rid of this landmark. Going into potential obliterates. But I feel like we take the Scourge. Now we go. Now, okay, so Scourge for 0. Scourge for 0! I feel like we might have to sod off the Targon's peaks right now. For the greater good. Potentially ruination is my only concern. I'll go with playing the Scourge first on top of this little man. I might end up regretting my decisions that were made here today. But I'm thinking if they're going to Vengeance or if they're going to use their big man moves. Okay, so they're not going to use the big man moves yet. Feel like we go forward with everyone and we grab you. Okay, that feels somewhat okay. We still got a heal. Still got a heal into core. It's okay. We've got heal into core. We've got a hush if we need it. I mean, shadow mode to my opponent. They got nothing. Out of all this stuff that's become 0, not even a vengeance. Shadow mode to my opponent. Top tier deck, and we just make it look like nothing as we send it to the Shadow Realm. GG. That is the TwinPeaks deck. As you can see, it somehow managed to beat like Thresh Nasus like in a number of different ways. Even though this is just a stupid meme tier deck and that's like S tier deck. It's amazing how stupid this can be. Admittedly, aggro is its main downside because literally if your opponent's running aggro and you don't get your lifesteal stuff, or like Fire Spirit to be able to burst it off, which is Spirit Fire to be able to burst them down, they could just like overwhelm you very quickly. That's the downside of this deck, but still a really funny deck, and it's a really obviously meme tier deck regardless. But please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, as well as the fact that obviously you can catch me live on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. Discord link down below as well. just thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed your time here. Just thank you all so much for all the support, the likes, the comments, the subscribes. It honestly, it all adds up and it all means something. Like, it literally, it warms my cockles and my heart. So thank you so much. Hope you have a great day, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever it is for you. And until next time, bye!
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me? Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.